Welcome. So last night I promised I was going to do a live fly tying demonstration. That did not work out exactly as planned, so I decided to record it for everyone today. And as I promised, we're going to do Marion Burtch's Hendrickson pattern, which I'll try to get up here for the camera. Marion Burtch was a guide on the ensemble. He was the head guide at the Rainbow Lodge, or the Rainbow Club. And his chief client was Jerry Weber, who was an owner of the J.L. Hudson Company. Now this particular fly here, no one really knew exactly how Marion got his this blue-gray color on the body. And old Bob Smock from Grayling took one of these apart one day and found out that the body was actually made out of blue heron feathers. Now we don't have blue heron, or at least we don't have it legally available. So instead, what Bob used for Marion's fly was this fly right dubbing. It's a Hendrickson number 27 speckled light dun. I'm not compensated in any way by fly right, but this is about the closest match you can get to a blue heron feather for the body. Marion, if you've seen some old pictures of ensemble guides, he's not probably one of the most well-known guides or one of the most well-known fly tiers. People have heard of Clarence Roberts, they've heard of Ernie Borchers, they've heard of Earl Madsen. Clarence was probably a little less known. He did this fly, and he did a stonefly pattern that was very unique as well. Marion was known for wearing a pith helmet when he was guiding, so that was kind of a little different, odd little character trait about him. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into the pattern. You can tie this in either a size 14 or a size 12. I'm using a little bit larger size 12 today, just because I hope it'll be easier to see on camera. Black thread. Most of the old patterns had black thread, even if their fly itself was not black, just because they just used whatever they had, and black thread was pretty common. For the tail, you can use either fibers off of a dun neck, the spade hackles on the sides of the neck. I'm going to use microfibbits, which some people might think is an unusual choice for me. But old Bob Smock, when he tied this pattern, he switched to fibbits on a lot of his patterns later in life, so I'm just going to do the same. So you tie in your fibbits, and then take some of this fly right dubbing, not too much of it. You don't want to have it too bulky or clumpy. And just put a little bit on there. I always think dubbing a fly is probably the most time-consuming part of it. And turn that off there. And I'm going to put a little bit more on. It's easy to add more dubbing. It's hard to take it away if you put too much on. And the body on this, or I'm sorry, the wing on this is natural deer hair. So just like the blue heron, the tires up there, they used whatever they had. These guys weren't really wealthy, so they used roadkill. They used stuff that they got when they were deer hunting. And this is just natural deer body hair. I've already pulled out the under fur on this thing just to make it easier to deal with. Tie it in, parachute it. And then you use dun hackle. This is a size 14 hook, and if you size your hackle, you should go up a size when doing a parachute. So this is actually size 10. Do about 5 wraps around. Tie it down. A couple of half hitches on here. And trim it off. And that is it. Marion Burtch's Hendrickson. It's a parachute pattern which fishes very well on the spring creek that we know as the Asable. And I hope you have a chance to tie these up, and I'll see you again soon, hopefully on the river. Happy fishing.